The little duck got trapped in the rushing water, and no one knew how to help. But a small, fearless puppy didn't think twice. He jumped in, fought the current, and showed everyone what real courage looks like. Rain clouds still hung over the small park pond, and the water moved faster than usual, swirling around rocks and slipping into the old concrete pipe near the bank. A soft quacking sound broke the quiet. A tiny yellow duck was stuck halfway inside the pipe, water rushing around his body. His feet kicked, his wings fluttered, but he couldn't move forward or backward. Every time the water pushed harder, panic grew in his eyes. From the other side of the pond, a young puppy walked beside a little family on the path. He had soft golden fur, a bright red collar, and the playful, curious heart of someone who had not yet learned fear. He stopped walking. His ears lifted. He heard the duck's voice. The family didn't notice. They kept walking, but the puppy stayed there, staring toward the sound, tail frozen mid-wag. The duck tried again. The pipe scraped his belly, cold water splashed his face. His tiny breath came out fast and shaky. He looked around, hoping anyone would notice. The puppy stepped forward. Not running, not barking. Just watching. The air smelled like wet grass and mud. A breeze moved across the water and the puppy's whiskers twitched. He carefully walked closer to the pond, listening. Another weak quack. This time the sound trembled. The puppy leaned over the bank, eyes searching the water. When he finally saw the duck inside the pipe, something changed in his face. His playful look disappeared. His body became still and focused. Like he understood. He glanced back toward his humans. They were talking, laughing, not looking. The puppy looked at the duck again. Water splashed harder against the rocks, hitting the pipe with a low, rushing sound. The duck's head dipped underwater for a moment, and when he came back up, his tiny beak opened like he was calling for help again. The puppy stepped closer to the edge. His paws slipped into the shallow water. It was cold, but he didn't back away. He watched the current, he watched the pipe, he watched the duck. Slow, careful breathing. The duck tried to stay calm, but his wings shook. He remembered the quiet mornings when he swam with his family, his mother guiding him across the pond, teaching him where to find food and how to stay close. But today, he had wandered too far. And now he was alone. Another push of water pulled him deeper into the pipe. Darkness surrounded his back. The front part of him stayed in the light, but only just. The puppy barked softly, not loud, not scary, just enough to say, "I see you." The duck blinked. He didn't understand why the puppy wasn't chasing him or barking wildly like other dogs sometimes did. Instead, the puppy stepped farther into the water, lifting his legs higher each time the stream rushed past. The collar around his neck jingled. He moved slowly, testing each step. The water tugged at his fur, pulling, as if trying to drag him along. He slid a little on the rocks but caught himself, heart beating fast. He looked again toward the trail. Still, no one was watching. He turned back to the duck. Their eyes met for a moment. The puppy lowered his head, sniffing near the pipe opening. He seemed to study the way the water moved, where it was strongest, where it slowed down. He wasn't thinking with words. He was thinking with instincts. The duck tried to lift himself, but the edges of the pipe pressed against him. He was tired. His breath came out in tiny gasps. He could feel the water climbing higher. The puppy waded closer. Water splashed over his chest. His fur clung tight to his body. The sound of the current grew louder around him. For a second he hesitated, ears flat, unsure if his small legs were strong enough. A fallen leaf floated past him, spinning fast, disappearing under the pipe. The puppy looked at it. Then he made up his mind. He moved forward again. Now the water pushed against his whole body, trying to sweep him sideways. He planted his paws hard, claws scraping rocks under the surface. Droplets flew up around him as he pushed through, step by step. The duck watched, eyes wide. Someone was coming for him. The puppy reached the pipe opening and stood right beside it. He leaned in, sniffing the duck gently as if to say, "Stay still. I am here." The duck's heart slowed just a little. But the water wasn't slowing. It surged again, stronger this time, lifting the duck's body and pulling harder. The duck let out a frightened sound as the pipe tugged him backward. The puppy reacted fast. He placed one paw against the duck's side, not hurting, just steady, keeping him from slipping deeper into darkness. The pressure of the water pushed against them both. The puppy grunted softly, muscles shaking with effort. He could feel how strong the current was now. The pipe hummed with rushing water. The puppy looked up the bank one more time, maybe hoping someone would see, someone bigger, stronger, someone who could help. No one did. So he lowered his head toward the duck again. The duck blinked water from his eyes, trying to stay brave. A tiny tremor went through his body, but he pressed himself lightly against the puppy's paw, trusting him. The puppy tested the space around the duck with his nose, then shifted his body closer, trying to block the rushing water just enough so the duck wouldn't be pulled backward again. His paws slid. The water roared louder. The duck gasped, and at that exact moment, a stronger wave surged through the pipe, slamming into both of them, pushing the duck forward and nearly knocking the puppy off balance. The puppy slipped. His paw lost the grip on the rocks. For a split second, the current grabbed him too, dragging his legs, pulling him toward the same dark pipe where the duck had gotten stuck. The duck watched in shock as the puppy's body tilted with the water, halfway losing control, dangerously close to being swept in. And the rushing sound grew even louder.